This fall, are you thinking of pumpkin desserts? Maybe pumpkin bread, but just don't know how to make it happen? Stay tuned and I'll show you how to turn pumpkin into a moist fall dessert. Get two 9-inch loaf pans, spray them with nonstick cooking spray, and put them on a cookie sheet for baking. Did you remember to preheat your oven to 350? Put 3 cups of sugar in a large mixing bowl. We start by mixing the wet ingredients first. And yes, in this case, sugar is a wet ingredient. You'll need 1 cup of vegetable oil and 1 16-ounce can of pumpkin puree. Make sure it's not the pumpkin pie mix. You'll need 3 large eggs. And make sure to break the eggs in a separate container one at a time, so in case you get a bad one, you can throw one out instead of throwing out the whole. First, mix the oil into the sugar. Then the eggs. Then the pumpkin puree. Make sure it's thoroughly combined. In a separate bowl, you're going to mix the dry ingredients. Start with 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Add 1 teaspoon of baking soda and a ½ teaspoon of baking powder. Then add 1 teaspoon each of ground cloves, nutmeg, freshly ground if you got it, and cinnamon. Now sift these together. When you have baked goods, always try to put the wet into the dry. It just mixes better and more thoroughly, more evenly. Also, it's important, do not over-mix. Make sure you get all of that off the bottom too. So that looks like everything's thoroughly mixed, but there's still a few lumps in there. Don't worry about those. If you try to get those out, you're going to make everything too tough from stirring too much. Now let's get it into the pans. Try to divide them evenly in each pan. Bake at 350 for about an hour. After an hour, you're going to test it with a skewer or toothpick and see if it comes out clean like that. Turn them out onto a cooling rack and let them cool the rest of the way. While they cool, let's make some orange honey butter. All you need is softened butter, an orange, a zester, and some honey. Put the butter in a bowl, zest the orange, and add some honey. Mix it up and you're ready to eat. Now I'm going to serve this one today, but this one I'm going to save for later. So I'm going to freeze it. Maybe make some pumpkin bread pudding later. Check out my channel, Kimberly in the Kitchen, for all of my Thanksgiving recipes. See you next time on Kimberly in the Kitchen.